Okay, but Grace has called it 2026 year of the Femme slasher. Love it.
I think it's a thing. I really do. I've been seeing quite a few slashers
Yeah.
by women coming out, indie and trad.
And I think also there's another look. I mean, at least with a couple people that I work with, like in the scholars group, there's a little bit closer look at things from the femme perspective as like the gratuitous violence that we always talk about, like in older slashers and that kind of thing, but also just really more calling it out, especially in new slashers that come out. And like, why are we having this gratuitous rape scene? Why are we having this gratuitous killing women on screen? What is the director trying to say? What is the writer trying to say about what they're what's the word, like a lot of the, let's just say it, a lot of the men that make these scenes say that this is creative expression. And I have one person that is really looking at questioning, what exactly are you expressing again? Why? What is it that needs to be expressed? Could you not express that a different way from a less gratuitous, violent standpoint?
Or why aren't you expressing that through your own lens? Why are you using the femme lens to express that? When
Her
you
fear,
can
her
easily
death.
sub out of a femme victim with a masked victim. And they don't, and they never do. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like we need to amplify women's voices, because you're going to get the actual storyline, the actual like point behind it.
And then back to like the 1970s, like 1970s horror, where you see like a bunch of like women in skimpy outfits. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Just put that there. But like,
skimpy.
You know what I'm talking like the over sexualization of women in horror, and like
the over vulnerability,
like the craving of violence against women's bodies.
The craving, yeah. Why exactly?
I think I do think that control has something to do with it. That feeling of power. I can, that's just an observation that I see. If it doesn't serve the narrative, cut it. Like if it doesn't serve the storyline, cut it.
Yes, get better writers. That's the thing. As writers, we know it's like edit. Like you just did not kill enough darlings in a better way.
Like there didn't even consult anybody.
That's a really good point.
There are ways to write cruelty and to get cruelty across
without showing it. That's the other thing. And horror is the genre of, the unseen being what's terrifying. It's just so odd, right?
I'm so glad that you brought that up, because in this anthology, sorry, I have to do it. There's a great essay by Vaughn Jackson in here specifically. It's called Purposeful Grimaces and Terrible Sounds. And it's an entire essay about kaiju and how the best parts of the monster movies are where you don't even see one on screen. You just see the aftermath of what happens.
I'm going to love that one.
I was like, I just had to put that out there.
Have you seen, just while we're talking this, because I know, Wendy, you've probably seen that clip, that reel where that guy is talking about how Godzilla is a feminist rage movie or something. I forget how he says it. Have you seen that clip?
No, but
it sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's like, watch Godzilla again. It's about feminine rage. I'm like, oh my God, I got to dive into that more. I got to watch Godzilla again and figure this out. Because apparently every time Godzilla destroys a town, the female character is going through a certain something.
I think Vaughn talks about that in his essay, if I remember correctly.
I got to read that.
References it specifically. His lore is amazing.
Cool. That's very cool. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go, but I have one final question I got to know, because I would love you to just like imagine with me now, after our amazing conversation, like this conversation that we're having, especially about women and positioning slashers differently, or positioning even like what we're going through right now, this political time in the States, which, it does leak into Canada. Like we're not immune to it. We're right there. We're being threatened with the same things. But since you're now experts on nostalgia, What do you think is, the look back here or the takeaway, with what we're creating in horror now? What do you think people will look back and maybe romanticize, or what do you want them to romanticize about our time? That's a hard question, I know, but I want to think about, like, hopefully what we're doing is on the right track, and that people, especially young women, girls, are going to look back and go, "Oh, I remember when." What do you want them to say?
I hope that they look back on this time as a renaissance for female monsters, for femme monsters.
Yeah.
The substance, companion, weapons. Femme monsters, I think, are having a big moment right now, and I hope that that's what people look back on the roaring 2020s as being the decade of the powerful femme monster.